Look at it. The House of Satan. Today I'm going to be talking about the popes, aka pagan devil worshippers. During the so-called papal pornocracy, aka pornography, of the early 10th century, popes were being manipulated, exploited, and maneuvered for nefarious ends by mistresses who used them as pawns in their own power games. Just like a woman. With some justification, this era was also called Rule of the Harlots. So many people were assassinated, or popes rather, mutilated, poisoned, or otherwise done away with, that when one of them disappeared, never to be seen again, it was only natural to scan a list of violent explanations to find out what had happened to him. Death by strangulation in prison was a frequent cause. Had the vanished pope been hideously mutilated and therefore made unfit to appear in public? Had he made off with the papal cash box? Or should the brothels and other houses of ill repute be searched to find out if he was there? Often there was no clear answer, and explanations were left to gossip and rumor. One thing was certain, though, by the 9th century the papacy and the popes were the playthings of noble families like the Spoletons, aka spoiled ones, who controlled cities such as Venice, Milan, Genoa, and Pisa, Florence, and Siena, among others, through their wealth and influence and their connections with armed militias. These families formed what amounted to a feudal aristocracy. They were generally a brutish lot, willing to bring the utmost violence and cruelty to the task of seizing and controlling the most prestigious office in the Christian world. Once achieved, though, their newfound power could be ephemeral, for the reigns of some of their proteges were very short indeed. There were, for example, 24 popes between 872 after death and 904 after death. The longest reign lasted a decade, and another 4 came and went within a year. There were 9 popes in the 9 years between 896 after death and 904 after death, as many pontiffs as were elected during the entire 20th century. This meant, of course, that the papal see of Rome was in a constant state of uproar, as the struggle for the Vatican had to be fought over and over again.